What's up, everyone? So this rate of fitness YouTuber is going to be a little bit different. It is on PewDiePie.
Oh my god, PewDiePie ripped! PewDiePie so strong! Not ripped, okay? I'm just lean, or what? There's a difference.
Yes, there is a difference. So if you are ripped, you are shredded, you are probably like 6 to 8% body fat, if not a little bit lower. I would put him at around 11 to 13% body fat. So the lighting in this picture is perfect.
I feel like I still have a long way to go. My workout routine, 100 tambourine hits a day. I even saw people online debating if I'm using roids or any sort of supplement. It's like, I don't even know what they're talking about. I don't even know what it means. I'm not that strong.
Pretty sure he's natural.
Like a super good trainer, pumping him every day, and he's got like this insane gym at home. He can afford it.
Honestly, I really like his minimalistic attitude, and something I really respect is people who, they have money, they're wealthy, but it doesn't really change them that much. Like, he could afford, he's a millionaire, I'm pretty sure. Like, he could afford any gym he wants. But, you know, he chooses to work out in just very simplistic conditions, but it's still been very effective.
Plus, you feel more badass somehow. I don't know why.
This is true. I also don't know why.
Does have a problem, which is that if I want to make a jump, it's a high jump to go from 80 to 90 pounds.
Yeah, so this is also true, and it's one of the factors of working out with dumbbells. Even if you're in a gym, there's going to be big jumps between some dumbbells. And if that's the case, you might just have to go from a higher rep range to a lower rep range to accommodate that big jump.
I put my workout journal here next to all the chemicals. So I write down all the, this is me day one. I was doing flat press 50, I was doing 70, and then I could do, it's not that bad actually. I haven't improved that much.
So I think it's awesome that he has a workout journal. This is really one of the most important pieces of equipment. Not just dumbbells, barbells, your training log. Absolutely vital.
I get angry and I write down a bunch of shit. Do it, pussy! So it's notes for me for the next week. I always go through what I did the previous week. So I'm like, yeah, next time do this, pussy.
Honestly, I might start doing this because it sounds pretty effective.
Yeah, this was 2 weeks ago I hurt my arm. This is the problem with dumbbells, and don't make the mistakes I made. Properly warm up, make the right movements. Because if you get injured, you're out for 3 weeks at least. It takes that long for the muscles to recover, and it's very.
So yes, you should always be afraid of injury. You should always warm up well, always use proper technique. This is where a coach can definitely help, or even just watching some videos on YouTube to try to get a feel if you're moving in the correct way. Because if you're not, yes, you can definitely get injured pretty easily.
Very easy to get damaged with dumbbells. I also hurt my back from lifting down the dumbbells, which is equally important. So if you're working out with dumbbells, be careful. I'm saying it to myself in the past. It's not worth it to get injured. Just take it slow. But yeah.
And yeah, he's right. If you get injured, that's probably at least a few weeks that you can't really train, and you are not only not improving, but you're going backwards. So you have to retrain to get back to where you were. So definitely try to avoid injury at all costs. Again, technique and using a progressive overload in a responsible manner is going to be what's most important.
I didn't know anything. I didn't know how to properly squat. I didn't know what reps meant. I didn't know what sets meant.
So a lot of personal trainers, they kind of assume that other people know what they know, but when you're starting out, you don't know what a set means. You don't know what a rep means. And so you really do have to start with the very, very basics in order to really get a foundation of knowledge that can help you safely progress afterwards.
But I wanted to try and get in shape, in better shape at least. So I kind of forced myself to go to a gym. I was terrified. I had no idea what to expect, and it was just the overconfidence in me just said, okay, you just go in there and just, how hard can it be? You just put up and down weights. Anyone can do that. Don't be me, basically what I was saying. If you've never been to a gym before, ask a friend to introduce you, or even better, ask one of the personal trainers at the gym. There'll definitely be one, and they'll help you out.
So this is basically word for word my mentality when I first started lifting weights. I was like, I refused to get a coach. I refused to like even read anything. I was just like, the weights are there. I'm gonna go lift them, and I just like, I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't count sets. I didn't count reps. I was just like, those weights are gonna be lifted. But honestly, that's not really a very effective or efficient way to go about it. And yes, you can get injured, or at the very least, you won't make progress as quickly as you could.
Keep seeing the sentiment that people that are maybe overweight or don't feel confident about their body or feel like they're going to be judged or something like that. That just couldn't be further from true. And I got to say, the personal trainers that I worked with have just been the most motivating and supportive people, because that's their job, you know. It's so definitely don't be scared to do that. And to just get started, a lot of gyms will offer one personal trainer for free.
Yeah, so whether you're a personal trainer or an online personal trainer like myself, a big part of your job, or my job, is to motivate people and to really push them forward as much as they need to be pushed. Some people need to be pushed really hard. Other people more, they need a gentle nudge. But I think, getting a trainer, or at least, knowing what you're doing is really, really important.
So it's 100% worth it. Absolutely. You need to know what you're doing going into a gym.
And also, don't be afraid. Honestly, people in the gym, it's either two things. One, they're super supportive, or two, they don't give a damn. Like, they just don't care at all. But I haven't really met any haters. Even when I was starting out, everyone was really supportive. No one was, like, looking at me in a bad way or, like, what is he doing? Even though maybe they should have, because I didn't know what I was doing. But everyone was really friendly and really supportive.
So I started tracking down my training. I wrote down in a journal, which you saw earlier, my reps, my sets, the weights, and how much rest time I would keep. And I would really try and push myself each time to make sure I was making progress.
This is so, so important. The rest time isn't that important, but you really should track at least the date of the workout, the sets and the reps and the weight. Those are going to be the most important things. If you can't progress, there's nothing. You're not going to go anywhere. And you can't get progress without progression. So it's important to be using heavier weights if you want to build muscle.
In retrospect, I don't think that was the most important thing to do. The most important thing is to really do it until you fail. Like, you can't push any longer. That should be the goal instead, but it worked out for me.
Yes and no. So you don't need failure to build muscle or to get stronger, but it can help. And I think having failure as a goal can also be very, very useful. However, the most important thing is going to be getting stronger over time. Whether you go to failure or you don't go to failure, that is going to be what gets you good results.
So Mondays, I do push exercises. I do chest, heavily on chest. Everyone keeps making fun of my chest in the photo, but it looks better in person. Trust me, it's massive. I got huge titties. And then I finish off with shoulders. I don't remember it in my head, but it's something like that. And then Tuesdays I do leg, squats, deadlifts, yada yada, lunges. And then Wednesday I do pull exercises. Then Thursday I do leg again, and then Friday I finish with a mix of push and pull.
So this split doesn't seem too bad. He's hitting all of his muscles twice a week. And I don't know the specifics, obviously, but just as a general structure, it's pretty decent. The one thing that I would change would give more recovery for legs. If you're hitting your legs hard, maybe 2 days after isn't going to be sufficient. Especially if you're a beginner, you just won't be able to recover in time for a Tuesday, Thursday type of split.
You're lifting weight, you're only burning so many calories no matter how heavy of an exercise. You don't really lose weight while lifting weights, ironically.
Yeah, definitely true. If you're not focusing on your diet and your goal is to like get shredded, brah, you're probably not going to get shredded, brah.
To understand my mindset, because I really think mindset is one of the most important things if you want to work out.
For sure, definitely. Being able to stay positive and stay consistent, that's all up here. Up here is what controls, in large part, how you look. Genetics are important, but what you do with your genetics is going to be what determines most of your success and most of what you look like.
Last thing, working out will not solve all your problems.
And yeah, this is another good point. people say to me like, "Oh, you must be way happier and way more confident after you made your transformation, after you gained 20 kilos of muscle." No, no. Uh, Same amount of confidence, same amount of happiness. Really, not that big a difference. So, if you think gaining some muscle or losing some fat is gonna like radically transform your life, it might on TV, but not in real life.
I really feel like gym bros are the most supported people out there. So yeah.
I don't know if this is always true, but it's definitely true a lot. And if you're scared of going to the gym or nervous, don't be scared. Don't be nervous. Everyone's really supportive, or they just don't care. So it's like neutral or positive. All right. So if you're on the fence about going to the gym or starting to exercise, get off the fence and make sure you're on the right side.